On the 10th of October 2015, the Supreme Court decided that all trucks entering the national capital will have to pay a green cess of 2,600 rupees. The idea was to ensure that the fewest number of trucks possible went through the capital, and most trucks would be deterred by this green tax and would circle the capital, take one of the circuitous routes. Now, in principle, this is a good idea, but is it being followed on the ground? To find out, India Today's special investigative team correspondents Arun Singh and Harish Sharma spent 2 weeks at night travelling through Delhi's toll plazas to see whether or not the Supreme Court order was being followed. This is what we found. This is an India Today national exclusive. It's 5 a.m. on the 5th of January. We are at the Delhi-Noida border on the famous Delhi-Noida-Delhi road, better known as the DND Expressway. The flagship entry point from the Uttar Pradesh suburb of Noida into the national capital. Half a dozen trucks have queued up at the toll plaza early this morning. The India Today special investigation team has tied up with a prominent transport company. Our investigative correspondents Arun Singh, Harish Sharma, along with video journalist Vinod Kumar, are on board a truck entering into the capital this morning. According to the Supreme Court order passed on the 10th of October 2015, toll operators are supposed to collect 1,300 rupees from every empty truck entering the capital and 2,600 rupees from every truck that is transporting material. They are also supposed to collect 450 rupees as the Municipal Corporation of Delhi tax or the MCD tax and 120 rupees as the toll fee. That night, our truck is empty. The toll operator should collect a total of 1,870 rupees from us. Green tax plus MCD tax plus the toll fee. But see what happens when our truck approaches the toll plaza. Our driver offers the toll operator 1,500 rupees.
ये पैसे देने भाई खाली है हाँ मेरा सोच है खाली है भरी है खाली है दिल्ली का यही है क्या हाँ ये तेरा आप कर लोगे आप कर सकते हो हाँ
The toll operator pockets 800 rupees and returns 700 rupees to us. What he should have done instead is cut a receipt of 1,300 rupees for the green tax. This tax, according to the Supreme Court, should be handed over to the National Green Tribunal or the NGT, which is supposed to find ways of reducing Delhi's pollution. But what you just saw was how the Supreme Court orders are being blown up in smoke by greedy toll operators, who are clearly more concerned about lining their pockets than they are about helping fight pollution. Watch once again how the toll operator couldn't care in the least about following the Supreme Court orders.
आप कर सकते हो हाँ
After paying the MCD tax and the toll fee, our correspondents turned around and came back to the toll plaza to ask the operator why hadn't he charged the Supreme Court mandated green tax. As it turned out, the shift at the toll plaza changes at 6 a.m. and by the time we got back, the toll operator who let us through was gone.
अभी आपने जो कैमरे में शक्ल देखी जो टोल ले रहा था वो कौन था?
उसका नाम शैतान विक्रम और आचार्य जी था। 3 बंदे थे वो। विक्रम सिंह है।
हाँ जी। जिन्होंने अभी 800 रुपया लिया हमसे।
हाँ जी। आपसे नहीं, आपसे कहाँ लिया सर?
हम ट्रक में थे।
सर ट्रक की क्या बात है? ट्रक थी जो उनको बुला लो। मैं तो आपके आंखों सामने नहीं था। मैं 6 बजे आया हूँ, आपसे लिया है तो
ट्रक के कितने लगते हैं? ग्रीन टैक्स खाली ट्रक का कितना लगता है?
खाली ट्रक का ग्रीन टैक्स वो है 700 रुपये है खाली का, इसका 4 चक्का का, और भरेगा 1400 रुपये। 10 चक्के का 1300 रुपये।
1300 रुपये है ना? हमसे 800 रुपये लिए गए, क्या वो सही है गलत है?
गलत है वो तो सर।
गलत है ना?
हाँ जी।
The Municipal Corporation of Delhi has given the contract of levying the green tax to a Mumbai-based consortium, SMYR. Ironically, the name of the toll plaza operator who let us through without charging the green tax was Vikram Singh, aka Shaitan Singh. His mischief at the toll plaza is costing Delhi dear. With Arun Singh and Harish Sharma, this is the India Today Special Investigation Team. I want to put this in context for you by giving you some numbers about what this really means on the ground. Let me take you through what the Supreme Court order passed on the 10th of October actually says. The order says that all light commercial vehicles entering Delhi will have to pay 1400 rupees. That's basically your small trucks. The Supreme Court order also says that if you've got a loaded commercial vehicle, a 3 or 4 axle vehicle, a big truck, you need to pay 2600 rupees as the green cess. If this truck is empty, then it needs to pay only 1300 rupees. 2600 if it's loaded, 1300 if it is empty. However, what did we find? On the D&D toll plaza, we found that the toll agent took just 800 rupees from us. In part 2 of the special investigation, I will show you the Loni border where the toll operator pocketed 1000 rupees, whereas on the Gurgaon border, he charged us 1300 rupees. All of it completely black, going into the pocket of the toll operator, nothing going to the NGT, the National Green Tribunal, as it should. Now, here's a report done by the Center for Science and Environment, which had people standing at 9 different entry points into Delhi. And we could just cut this full frame for me to be able to explain this to our viewers. On 9 different entry points, they found that on the days that they were monitoring, there were 22,628 trucks that were shown as having entered Delhi. So on the books of the toll collectors, 22,000 trucks were shown as having entered Delhi, whereas the team from the CSE stood on the ground and they found that actually 38,588 trucks had entered Delhi, which means that the number of trucks entering the capital was actually far more than the toll operators were showing. Then the Center for Science and Environment extrapolated that data to suggest that if what was happening at the 9 main toll plazas was replicated over the 127 entry points. Remember, there are 9 big toll points, a total of 127 points. Then the number of trucks entering Delhi would actually be in excess of 52,000, whereas the number being shown on the books of the toll operators was only 30,000. So the calculations being made by the Supreme Court, by the government, was based on a smaller figure, whereas the real number was actually significantly higher. Now imagine, from the people who are coming in, from the truckers who are coming in, the green tax is not even being levied. Also look at why this is particularly significant, because the pollution in the capital from trucks is actually 46% of the total pollution, whereas from vehicles it's 33%. There's been so much of hype over the odd-even formula that concerns only 10% of the total pollution in the capital. The bigger pollution is from trucks, which is 46%, and that is something where there's a gaping hole, which is why we're saying this is why Delhi is choking. Now, if you look at the trucks that are there, 61% of them are Delhi vehicles, non-Delhi trucks are 29%, and non-Delhi other vehicles are 10%. So this is one of the biggest reasons for pollution in the capital, and that is a problem that clearly is not being addressed. Let me now show you part 2 of this India Today investigation, because in the first part you saw what was happening at the Delhi-Noida-Delhi Expressway, the D&D road. Now we went to the Gurgaon Expressway and we went to the Loni border. The Loni border connects Ghaziabad with Delhi, one of the major entry points into the national capital. Let's see what Arun and Harish found at these two toll plazas. Was the D&D an exception, or is the malaise far deeper? This is part 2 of the India Today special investigation. The first part of the India Today investigation exposed how the Supreme Court order was being blown up in smoke at the D&D Expressway. Our next task was to check whether the laxity at the Noida border was an exception or was the malaise widespread. The next night, the India Today special investigation team landed up at the famous Loni border, which connects the UP city of Ghaziabad with Delhi. Loni is one of the busiest entry points into the capital. It's 2 a.m. Video journalist Vinod is crouching in the truck behind the driver's seat. Driver Afroz Khan walks towards the MCD toll booth. Remember, the toll operator should charge our driver 1750 rupees. Watch carefully what happens.
भाई 500 ले ले मेरे भाई यार, चल ले भाई यार, ना मानो तो भाई हमारी तो स्टेज होगी यार, क्या करें, भूल का रास्ता, भूल का रास्ता। क्या बोलूं?
बोल दिया मेरे पास पर्ची है, इन्होंने बोल दिया भाई छोड़ दिया तेरे को कहीं नहीं जा, ठीक है? ये बोल दिया तो पर्ची बात है, बोल दिया मेरी पर्ची कटी हुई है अभी की,
ठीक।
The toll operator pocketed 1000 rupees and let us go. He didn't levy the green tax. Neither did he charge the MCD tax. The rate at the toll booth is fixed. Pay 1000 rupees and the operator will let you go. The whole idea behind the Supreme Court guidelines was to deter trucks from entering Delhi in large numbers and to force them to take a circuitous route instead. But with toll operators blatantly violating the court's orders, the green cess is not acting as the deterrent it is meant to be.
क्या बोलूं?
बोल दिया मेरे पास पर्ची है, इन्होंने बोल दिया भाई छोड़ दिया तेरे को कहीं नहीं जा, ठीक है? ये बोल दिया तो पर्ची बात है, बोल दिया मेरी पर्ची कटी हुई है अभी की, ठीक।
The next day we headed back to the Loni border and confronted the toll supervisor about why the rules are not being followed.
रवि,
हाँ जी
कल रात को यहाँ से इसी समय लगभग एक ट्रक निकला था 10 टायर का।
जी।
उसमें ड्राइवर ने आपके पास आके बोला कि मैं रास्ता भूल गया हूँ, और आपने उसको 1000 रुपये लिया और आपने उसको जाने दिया।
नहीं, पैसा नहीं लिया हमने उससे, पैसा नहीं लिया उससे।
सब दिख रहा है, बातचीत
ये
में
हमारे
दिख रहा है,
इंचार्ज
सब कुछ।
साहब है, इनसे पूछ लो, इनसे पैसा नहीं लिया, या उस टाइम हमारे पास ही बैठे हुए थे।
इन्होंने
दिख रहा है।
सबको दिखाया, हमने सबको दिखाया है।
हमने सबूत दिखाया इनको, इन्होंने अभी देखा है। बताइए आप।
हाँ तो क्लियर है, लेकिन अंदर का दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है, ये बैठे हैं या
बातचीत में आपको
बैठे।
सुनाई दे रहा है ना?
हाँ, साउंड क्लियर आ रहा है।
बातचीत में तो दोनों ही लोग थे ना, ये लोग।
नहीं साहब, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है।
आपने 1000 रुपया लिया, उसको जाने दिया, उसको ये बोला कि बता देना पुरानी पर्ची है।
नहीं, पुरानी पर्ची कैसे है? पुरानी पर्ची कहाँ थी? उसने बोला कि मैं रास्ता भूल गया हूँ।
At first the toll operator denies any wrongdoing, but we show him the tape and he's forced to admit his folly.
और इन्होंने देखा वो गलत देखा, जो बाकी सबने देखा वो गलत देखा है।
क्या देखा है? हमें दिखाइए ना, हमें दिखाइए।
आपको क्यों दिखाएं? आपने तो पैसा लिया है।
तो हमें क्या मतलब, एक बात तो
इनको इनकी जिम्मेदारी क्या है? पर्ची चेक करने की ना।
हाँ
इन्होंने पर्ची चेक की,
हाँ।
इनको हमने पूरी फुटेज दिखाई है अभी। अब इनके सामने इनसे पूछिए क्या देखा इन्होंने।
क्या देखा?
ये देखा वहाँ पे बातचीत करते हुए पैसे लेने की बात।
मतलब पैसे देते हुए दिखाई दिया उसमें? पैसे देते हुए दिखाई दिया उसमें? फिर
पैसा देते हुए नहीं दिखाई दिया, मांगते हुए दिखाई दी, सुनाई दिया आपको?
हाँ, सुनाई दिया।
ठीक है,
पुरानी।
उसके बाद क्या इन्होंने बताया?
इन्होंने बोला पुरानी पर्ची बोल देना।
बोला ना?
हाँ, उसमें सब दिखाई दे रहा है, पता नहीं इनका आवाज है एक दूसरे का आवाज है नहीं पता, लेकिन अंदर से बोल रहा है कोई।
First Noida, then Loni. Different borders, but the same story. The Supreme Court's much hyped order being blown up in smoke. The next night, we head to Gurgaon. This time, our truck is loaded. The tax is supposed to be 3,050 rupees, 2,600 for the green cess, and 450 rupees for the MCD tax. Our driver approaches the toll operators and claims that the truck is empty. What the toll operator should have done is checked whether the truck was indeed empty. He did nothing of the sort. While the MCD tax was levied, the operator pocketed 1,300 rupees. No green tax was charged.
अरे वही निकाल लिया कर यार, जाम लग रहा। दे दे एक-एक करके दे 10 बार। आप कर ले कोई बात ना, आपकी बात तो हैं? बात कर ले भाई। आपकी बात कर ले कोई बात। नहीं भाई, जल्दी कर ले। दे कितने रहा ये पूरा? कितने हो गए? 1600? हाँ। ये ले, खाली गाड़ी है, खाली। हैं? खाली है। देख ले। गेट खोल के देख लियो ने। तू समझे? हाँ मैं समझ लिया, खाली गाड़ी है। तो हाथ कर लियो, कोई बात ना, आपकी बात तो नहीं साल है बाबू, कोई बात ना, रिक्वेस्ट कर लो, हम घर जाएंगे हैं? अरे कोई ना पकड़ा, हमारे कौन पकड़ता?
We confronted the supervisor who promised he would probe the toll operator.
ये एक्शन लिया जाएगा करके हम लोग उसको पहले तो ऑफिस में वो करेंगे, फिर कल उस पे क्या एक्शन लेंगे, हमारे सीनियर बंदे आएंगे, वो जो एक्शन लेंगे।
Truck drivers told India Today that what our cameras captured over 3 days is not the exception, rather it seems to be the norm.
दिक्कत ये है जी, आप आधे लेके भी छोड़ देते हैं किसी को और किसी के काट देते हैं।
आधे लेके भी छोड़ते हैं?
हाँ जी, छोड़ते हैं आधे लेके भी।
हम आधे का मतलब क्या?
2600 में 1000 ले लिए, 1200 ले लिए, 1400 ले लिए, 1500 ले लिए।
Contempt of court is a serious offence in India and is defined under Section 2 of the Contempt of Court Act of 1971. Those found guilty can be punished for a period of up to 6 months and may have to pay a fine as well. Now the highest court in the land has to decide whether the toll plaza operators exposed by India Today are guilty of contempt. With Arun Singh and Harish Sharma, this is the India Today Special Investigation Team.
मेरे पास भी ये सूचना थी और हम लोग भी अपने ऑफिसर्स को रात में चेक करने के लिए कह रहे थे, पर आपके लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई कि आपने स्टिंग करके उस सारी चीज़ को एक्सपोज किया। रात मैंने देखा था और बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट कंट्रीब्यूशन है इस दिशा में जो सरकार और सुप्रीम कोर्ट करना चाह रहे हैं। ये तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेशों का खुला उल्लंघन हो रहा है और एक तरह से सरकार को, हर आदमी को धोखा दिया जा रहा है वहाँ पे बैठ के। तो एक्शन लेंगे उसके खिलाफ। उसके जो पिछली बार हियरिंग हुई थी उसमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी, माननीय उच्चतम न्यायालय ने भी उनको काफ़ी टाइट किया था। ज़रूरत पड़ी तो हम अदालत से अपील करेंगे कि इनका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टर्मिनेट किया जाए और इनकी जो जमानत राशि है, क्योंकि इन्होंने धोखा दिया है एक तरह से दिल्ली को, जमानत राशि है वो जब्त की जाए।